You don't have to hack the browser to build healthcare AI products. In this demo, I'm going to show a couple different use cases using PhenoML APIs and an open source Chrome extension we've built to show how you can build healthcare AI applications on PhenoML for both use cases where you have API access and where you don't. So I've already installed the Chrome extension and I just loaded it. We have instructions in the README. I configured it to work with my PhenoML API access, and now I'm going to navigate to a patient note. I'm using MedPlum's provider application, and I'm going to extract codes from this encounter. There's a ton of code extraction use cases in healthcare AI, ranging from identifying codes for billing purposes to identifying relevant treatments for patients based on inclusion criteria. So in this use case, I'm extracting codes from this clinical note, and I'm going to be able to select which ones make sense or don't based on my judgment. This is using PhenoML Construe API. It's highly configurable for different code extraction. We support 7 terminology systems as well as your own custom coding systems, like if you have your own set of codes that come up again and again. And in this Chrome extension, we give the user the ability to accept or reject the codes and provide feedback on why you're rejecting them. We have a feedback endpoint for Construe that can use your feedback from your Construe extraction requests in order to train and make improvements. And then we're going to submit to the chart and refresh. And so now we can see a number of different problems that have been listed from this visit, and you can reorder the different diagnoses based on your use case. So this part of the demo is an API-based integration. So if you're working with an EHR that has API access, you can integrate it with Construe to extract codes and provide user-facing human-in-the-loop flow for your end users. What if I'm working with an EHR that doesn't have API access, or the API is really difficult to work with? What developers are doing is they're building browser agents, simulating actions of the clinician in the browser, or they're scraping the DOM. But what if I just used a screenshot to help drive an action and task completion for a clinician? So this is a simulated oncology EMR. We have a clinical note that's been filled out for this patient, and we want to submit a prior auth for them for trastuzumab, Herceptin. So I'm going to select my agent, Prior Auth Assistant. This is using an agent I created using our PhenoML Agent API. So I'm going to ask my agent to draft a prior auth request for trastuzumab. That's Herceptin. My patient has breast cancer, they're HER2 positive, so I want to submit them for a prior auth request for trastuzumab. So we're going to capture the screenshot and we're going to send it to our agent. So what's happening under the hood is we are sending this to our agent. Our agent is using output results from our lang2fire document endpoint. So that endpoint takes an image or a PDF and extracts all of the file resources from it. We're taking those outputs and we're feeding them directly to the agent that we've created previously, and we're asking it to create a prior auth for us. So I can also set up some other tasks. So maybe I'm like, is there anything in the note I should particularly pay attention to? And then maybe I want to have it, can you summarize this patient's chart so that I can connect them for a referring physician? So they're going through, and then we just have our prior auth assistant is completed, so let's see the result. And we see all of the information prepared to submit a prior auth request for trastuzumab. You can see here we actually have a FHIR bundle with all of those FHIR resources that were extracted using lang2fire document. We're citing a number of different SNOMED codes and ICD codes to help support the prior auth request for this patient. We can also look at the completion of our other agents that we sent off, and we have some feedback from our agent on what we should particularly pay attention to. And our clinical summarizer just completed. We can look over it, and we can copy paste the results so we can send them through secure messaging. Chrome extensions are really powerful. They enable end users to work within their EHRs, work within their existing systems of record, but be able to take assistance and have them help alongside them. This Chrome extension demo is completely open sourced, so you can fork it, extend it. We hope you build something phenomenal. Thank you.